Yo, what is up? Welcome to Ninja Geek Games. Picture this, a dark and mystical world of powerful mages pitted against each other within an arena, where spellbinding and volatile combat ensue until only one is left. I know it sounds brutal, like Harry Potter on steroids. Battle mages boast all this and more, except the muscle-enhancing drug, in just a small box from Zach Luca, set in the epic world of the Cursed Empire. Here, 1 to 6 players select a mage schooled in magic of a particular discipline and hurl spells at each other in the form of cards. Before we take a look at the components, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's take a look. The game comes with 6 mage cards that all specialise in a different discipline of magic, where we have air, earth, fire and water, as well as death and poison. And no, Gandalf isn't present. This is the mage's special ability, and it's similar for all of them. They just allow you to increase damage dealt or reduce damage received from spells of your school. This is the life point area to track health, and the starting value varies dependent on the number of players in the game. The spell deck contains a large number of cards that has 2 main categories of spells. Common spells belong to the various disciplines of the mages, so we have green for poison and blue for water spells, for example, but there is a discipline icon at the top of every card. Each of the common spells has 3 different images, with the major spell, which is the one you're casting, and 2 minor spells, which are the ones you want to play as a counter. The second type of spell in the deck is the rare spells, and these are a little more detailed, with healing abilities, retaliating to other cards played, or cancelling incoming damage. That's it, it's not much, some player boards and a deck of cards. But if any of you have seen or played any games or RPGs from the Cursed Empire series, then the first thing you noted is the quality of the artwork. It's outstanding in all games, and Battle Mages is no exception. From what we've seen so far and your expectations of a fairly light game, they seem to go above and beyond with their illustrations, and it's captivating. So how does it play? Well, it's quite simple. Every mage starts the game with just 2 cards in hand, and on your turn you draw a spell and then play one from hand to the player on the left, so make sure you're not best buds. Then they draw a card and either take damage from your card played or merge the spells by playing a card of similar discipline. This shifts the attack to the next player, and this continues until a mage takes damage. Then the cycle starts again, with the winner being the last mage standing, or the player with the highest health value once the spell deck has run dry. When drawing cards to hand, you get to choose to take the face-up spell or a random one from the deck, so you usually have 3 cards to choose from at any one time. Attacks also move clockwise, so when a spell is played, you are essentially doing 1 hit point worth of damage to that mage. After drawing a card, they can attempt to merge the spell by playing a card of the same discipline, but the major image of the card has to match one of the minor spell images of the previous card played. If it does, the attack shifts again, and this mage now has to draw and try to merge. If they can't, the spell hits them at full force in the face, dealing damage equal to the number of cards that made up the spell. That's the game, a quick fire round of drawing and playing cards or taking damage. Normally you may get lucky and hit a mage immediately, slowly sapping them. But at times a number of cards of the same attack discipline start to come out, and your eyes will slowly widen as the attack edges closer to your play area, and all you can do is hope for a Hail Mary attempt at a blind draw from the spell deck. Or you've been hiding a rare spell card up your sorcerer's robes. The rare cards can change or nullify the attacks, so are a welcome bonus, and also affect some abilities of other rare spells, which is a nice touch. There is also always 1 face-up card next to the draw deck that mages can take instead of a blind draw, and this gets replaced when taken. Play then continues with the next player, where mages are eliminated if their life points hit 0. Here they become a steaming pile of ash. This is a very quick and light game with a little push of luck and almost no downtime, even at the higher player counts. It's fun and simple, and although the box indicates 45 minutes per game, none of mine have lasted more than 30. I like this passing the buck mechanic and diverting spells away from you onto the next player. At its core, Battle Mages is a filler that comprises far more luck than strategy, but for what you get in the box, it's quite entertaining. There is a solo mode included, but ultimately this just becomes a game of pure luck, as the AI only draws and plays the top card of the spell deck each turn. Due to the merge mechanic, I definitely recommend this game to be played at a 4 to 6 player count. Regardless, it's a blast due to its speed. If this does pique your interest, then you should also check out Heroes of Thargos for a highly strategic dueling card game, and I'll put a link to that here. This is Ninja Geek Games. Cheers.